What you're seeing right now isn't a video game. This is an action figure. Sup guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I have with me is a figure I've long awaited this year. The LPZZ Arkham Knight Batman. LPZZ is a relatively new company that has a license to make DC figures, and they just changed their name for whatever reason. They're now called UPF, which means Ultra Possessional Figures? Figures? What the hell does that mean? Well, anyway, this is their first release, and seeing those previews for this figure had a lot of people, such as myself, talking and wanting this figure. This thing also seemingly sparked some controversy or noise as well because LPZZ seems to have downgraded or upgraded the looks of this guy, but we'll get to that later. There's a box within the box, but this is the actual box. The front has this nice art for Batman and the rest is relatively simple. Before we crack this guy open, let me show you that this box can be opened to preview the figure itself. And man, I'm just so incredibly excited to get him out because this looks amazing. Alright, I'm gonna take quite a while in this part, so bear with me because this looks immaculate. The detail head to toe is gorgeous. The way the cape looks, the way the cape drapes is beautiful. First, let's start with the head sculpt. Look at that. Brimming with detail as if they've ripped this straight out of the game. And the eyes. Thanks to the shadow it makes, the eyes look so much more natural. The mouthpiece. Dude, incredibly real. It isn't just a flat, singular shade of the skin tone. There's some natural shading, some complexion. The mouth is incredible, dude. I cannot believe that this is a 112 figure. This is Hot Toys level of detail. Next is this incredible torso piece. Holy shit. The chest emblem is nice and shiny, and I'm pretty sure you can notice this, but the bat logo has this carbon fiber texturing that is completely accurate to the game. Just wow. Next is this ab section, just loads of intricate and fine detail, precisely sculpted, painted to perfection. This looks flawless. The ab piece has this hexagonal texture and is nice and vibrant, has a silver sheen to it which again is completely accurate to the game. Feeling the ab section, I kind of noticed, well, it feels die-cast, but I know it's just plastic, but it feels incredibly premium. The belt, holy shit. There's a bit of weathering here and there, the shade of gold is correct, not too muted, not too vibrant, and the paint again is just incredibly precise. I don't know what LPZZ did to make this figure look flawless, but man, I'm incredibly happy that it is. And I'm incredibly happy that this is the state of figures and figure companies today. I want to show you something before we move on to the cape section though. The shoulder pads. They also have some carbon fiber texturing that reflects light quite nicely and even some weathering. It's as if they took the game model and just gave it to us in real life. Next is, of course, the cape itself. Let's spread this out a bit, and my god, it is a very big cape that is not only again accurate to the game, but has two separate kinds of texture for it. The top kind of piece has this rubbery sort of material, while the rest of the cape is the typical fabric soft goods you'd usually get for your figures. The cape has 5 bendable wires. Moving on to the accessories, can I just say that I am overwhelmed? But in the absolute best way possible. First, we have this Batmobile backdrop. They didn't need to do this, but it is a very welcome addition to the plethora of accessories we have here. Pretty good print, and the cardboard they used is nice. Next up is the stand. It feels nice and high quality, and it has a unique base dedicated for Batman. The clamp is actually slightly different from the ones we get on other figures, and the nameplate is actually removable. So if you don't like the Arkham Knight nameplate, you can just remove that and maybe replace it with a custom one. Next up, we have the biggest gadget in Batman's arsenal, which is the disruptor used to disable the weapons of enemies in the game. It looks extremely detailed and realistic, has some nice weathering to it, and I love the vibrancy of the silver here. The feel of the plastic is very high quality. Next up is this. What is this? I don't remember this from the game. Well, anyway, it looks good, I guess. I love the look, but yeah. Next is the line launchers. They unfortunately have no wire, so it's literally just this, but of course the detail is pretty good. There's one for both hands. Next is the iconic bat claw. I love the look and speckling around the gadget. It makes it look used, but it's a bit concerning that the claw itself can't be removed as it's rather fragile. So be a bit careful with this accessory when putting it on one of his hands. Next up is one of my personal favorite accessories in the game, the explosive gel. I wish it came with an effect piece for the gel itself, but oh well. Still a good looking accessory nonetheless. Next up is the freeze grenade. I love the shade of blue they went for this, but unlike the other gadgets, there seems to be no weathering, so it might be a little bit on the cheaper looking side, but still, it looks pretty damn good. Next up are the batarangs. They're the standard stuff and quite sharp, so be a bit careful. Not that much detail, but I like the sculpts. But the absolute best batarangs are the remote controlled ones. You get 3 separate colors. Blue for the standard speed, red for slowing down, seems to be a minor paint mistake here, and green for speeding up. They're all nicely detailed and the vibrancy of the colors stand out a lot. Next up is the cowl. This cowl is in the state where it's removed just like in the game and has a bit of a difference compared to the normal cowl. No, you can't put it on any head. Next is this angry or gritted teeth faceplate. Might as well show you the process of removing the faceplates like so. Now, I'm not gonna say it looks bad, but I won't say it looks all the best. Of course, the detail and the skin tone is perfect, but the prototype angry faceplate is clearly better than the one we got here. But damn it, I'm still happy we got one in the first place. That isn't a pre-order exclusive. Finally, probably the best damn looking Bruce Wayne head sculpt I have ever seen. Let's put it on the body and holy shit. This looks like a person. This looks like a human being. This looks like a Hot Toys figure and is 1000% accurate to how he looks in the game. A lot of people had their concerns when LPZZ seemingly downgraded their head sculpt, but no dude, don't be worried because this might be the most realistic head sculpt in my entire action figure collection. I don't have in-art Batman, so yeah, but still. To move the eyes in the cowl, it's relatively simple. You're given 2 pulls and you're supposed to wedge it in like so, and there you have it, the adjustable eyeballs. Just be a bit careful because sometimes the pole can pull out the eyes themselves. These are very small, so you have a high chance of losing them if you're not careful. And yes, you can do the white eyes. Okay, so we finally have the hands. Here we have this, I think these are the relaxed hands. Next are the trigger finger hands to hold the disruptor. Hands specifically meant to hold the batarang. Hands meant to hold the freeze grenade. And finally, splayed out action hands. These are all very well painted, very well sculpted of course, and they're very, very consistent. I really like the selection of hands LPZZ gave us here. Moving on to articulation. The head can go up that far. Going up is incredible. Going down that far. Of course. Side to side. The neck can rotate quite nicely. First, we need to adjust the shoulder pad here. Can go up to that far. You can pull out the butterfly joint for more range of motion. Can rotate quite nicely. Swivel, of course. The arm bend is absolutely perfect. The wrist joint, of course, is a wrist joint. If you want to utilize the butterfly joint completely, you need to move the chest piece a bit inward. Now you can utilize the butterfly joints to their full potential. Let me just adjust the other arm here. They can definitely cross the arms. Going back though. Oh my god. Going back, wow. It can go back a lot. Unfortunately, it can go back way more than it can go forward. But yeah, going back is pretty impressive as well. The cape has 5 bendable wires. They can all be adjusted, of course. The torso can go back that far, which is not that much, unfortunately. But the head does compensate for it. Going forward, incredible amount of range. Side to side is good. Let's just move the belt out a bit. Can rotate, of course. The legs have a drop down joint. Going forward that far, which is incredible. The swivel there. And of course, he can do the splits easily. Damn. And let's see the knee bend, which is immaculate. It's perfect. The boot or the shoe, you have to move the foot a bit forward here to adjust. Can move forward that much. Going back is impressive as well. Can shift, and of course there is a toe hinge. So, the articulation of the LPZZ Batman is fucking amazing and incredible. The engineering is incredible. Alright, size comparison time. Here we have the 2 other Batman I have. I'm so fucking pumped. My 3 favorite interpretations of Batman in action figure form. God damn, I am so happy to see these 3 together. It brings me a lot of joy. Next is my friend's copy of Revoltech Arkham Knight Batman. Now, normally I'd say it's all down to preference, but come on. Let's go over the accessory for Revel Bats here and LPZZ. It's not quite close, and I will be showing you how these accessories fare side by side. I do like that Revoltech's version comes with the cryptographic sequencer though. Now, let's go over the detail. And man, I don't know, dude. As much as I love Revoltech's art style or style when it comes to making their figures, it really isn't close. Finally, let's quickly compare the articulation. Revoltech is the clear winner here, with the exception for the arms, as the shoulder pad is connected to the cape, and the legs because of how they're designed. Now I'm gonna say, get what you want to get, but these 2 are quite close when it comes to pricing, so obviously go for LPZZ. Next we have Storm Arena's Ryu, which scales quite nicely. And finally, I know this sort of thing doesn't make quite enough sense, but here he is. Fonjoy Superman next to LPZZ Batman. LPZZ Batman is actually not quite far off. So, now that everything is out of the way, come on. Even the quote-unquote problems I have with this guy are mainly just nitpicks. He looks perfect. Articulation isn't a problem. The immensely precise detail and loads and loads and loads and loads of accessories, this isn't a figure anymore. This isn't. It is an art piece. This guy is perfect. He's a solid 7 out of 10. No, I'm kidding, obviously. He's a perfect figure. 7 out of 10, imagine. He's a 10 out of 10, obviously. Hell, 11 out of 10 because he's just that damn good. I highly recommend getting this figure, and this price is very competitive. If you are looking for one, just one good Batman figure, this is a no-brainer. This is the definitive 112 Arkham Knight Batman. This is pure perfection. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed this figure. Like, comment, subscribe and all that shit, and I will see you in the next one.